Hi everyone and welcome back to LL Sports TV. Just a quick video, football this time. We're talking about Arsenal's 1-1 draw at Fulham today. Arsenal dropping 2 points in their quest for a title, which the hopes seem to be somewhat diminishing. Very disappointing today. Came into this game with Liverpool not playing, obviously. It was a chance to cut the deficit to 4 points. However, despite getting off to a fairly bright start in which we pushed Fulham back, we conceded a goal after 11 minutes. Bit of a mix-up at the back between Kivior and Saliba not doing their due diligence, allowed Jimenez in to score. He took his goal well. So that initial good start was pretty much wiped out by Fulham going in front. Fulham, to be honest, didn't really offer that much. That was their first attack on goal. They scored it, and I think that was their only other effort for the whole of that first half. So Arsenal had far more possession, but as we've seen in some previous games, notably before the international break, we've had a lot of possession but didn't do too much with it. The one thing Fulham did do, though, was stifle us quite well in terms of they managed to subdue our two most attacking threats, namely Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard. Those two didn't really have didn't really have a good game, to be honest. They tried, obviously, but yeah, their contributions weren't what we were expecting. In fact, the whole team, whilst we had possession, we kind of huffed and puffed, but we didn't really show any real cutting edge, if I'm being honest. It's a bit of an exercise in frustration. We went the goal down. We did get a goal back in the 52nd minute, courtesy of our set pieces. William Saliba this time. Martinelli heading across the goal, Saliba getting on the end of it. And when Arsenal pulled it back to 1-1, you're thinking, yeah, we're going to go on and win now. And we did have a couple of opportunities to get the winner, but we didn't take them. I mean, I know Partey had a really good chance, a header. Havertz had a pretty good chance, but we didn't take it, and we paid the price. Ultimately, the game meandered to a 1-1 draw, and we dropped 2 points. Now, dropping the 2 points is bad, but when you consider that this was an opportunity for us to try and cut the deficit to 4 points with Liverpool not playing, it's even worse, and it does give you that real air of disappointment. A lot of Arsenal fans are once again saying now that the title is lost. I'm not sure if I agree with that, because we're seeing all sorts of maverick results this season. I've said that before and I continue to say it. A lot of the results are not results that you would expect to see, so we've got to hope that that same trend continues and that Arsenal can just stay in it, just do the best they can now. But let's not get it twisted, man. This was a very disappointing day. Arsenal should have beaten Fulham today. That is the bottom line. We didn't. Fulham defended well, but still you would expect that Arsenal, having the majority of the possession, would go on and win a game like that. We didn't, and that is due in no small amount to the players, a lot of whom were off form today. I've talked about Saka and Odegaard. Now, we shouldn't have to rely on Saka and Odegaard every game. There are other players that should be stepping up. So I'm going to call them out. Kai Havertz, disappointing today, very disappointing today. Never really looked like scoring, didn't really offer a legitimate goal threat. Had a couple of opportunities, didn't make the most of them. Leandro Trossard, disappointing, he got taken off. Martinelli, come on. What can I say about him? I mean, he was direct initially, but the end quality wasn't there. Picked up a booking for petulance. Was involved in the incident right at the end where we had a goal disallowed for Martinelli essentially being offside. Now listen, you could call it a little bit of bad luck, but then you could equally say that a player of Martinelli's experience should actually not be getting caught offside there. I mean, he's been around a long time now. He's played a lot of Premier League games for Arsenal. He's a Brazilian international. He should be able to read the game a little bit better than what he's done. So ultimately, that was very disappointing. And yeah, man, it was not a good look. I've got to mention Gabriel Jesus. Now, I've done videos before where I've called out Jesus, and I've said that he's severely lacking in confidence. And once again, that showed today. He had an opportunity in the second half there after he came on to replace Havertz. There was a ball there that he could have got on the end of and possibly scored. But I don't know if there was some kind of disconnect between his brain and the rest of his body. But he prevaricated and the chance was gone. I mean, some people are saying he bottled it. Now, listen, you guys be the judge of that. All I'm saying, it was an opportunity wasted, and it's kind of indicative of the way his Arsenal's career is going at the moment. But listen, I try not to, when I do these videos, to slag off players. But I've got to say, it was very disappointing, especially when you consider that Arsenal have been on a decent run of form recently, and we should really have beaten Fulham today. It's not the end of the world. We got a draw. It's not a defeat, but it feels like a defeat. So yeah, disappointing, frustrating, are the words I would use to describe today. But listen, what's not disappointing is you guys continuing to watch my videos and support the channel. If you're new here, please like, share and subscribe. Take care. See you soon. Catch you on the next one.